passages here from a prepared script, because I want to be informative. And I've asked the question before the prayer, are you saved? Have you heard the gospel of who Jesus Christ is, the Son of God, what he did? He died for your sins and mine, and why we need him, because even after his death for sin, the Bible in Romans 6:23 tells us that the wages of sin is still death. So just because he died 2,000 years ago, there is a sin for which he did not die. If there was not a sin for which he did not die, then Romans 6:23 wouldn't say that the wages of sin is death. And Jude just told us that it is feasible. Matter of fact, that's what he did. Not feasible. Jesus died for the sins of the whole world, all of them. Past, present, and future. He died for them all. Human sins of the flesh, based on morality and virtues. You see? He died for them all. But the issue today is spiritual. The issue today is spiritual. That's what he said. He said it in John 3:3-8. Marvel not that I say ye must be born again. Flesh and blood, that which deals with morality and virtues, cannot enter into the kingdom of heaven, cannot even see it. Not unless long go to heaven. You can't see it or enter. Because that part of this body that deals with virtue and morality is going to the cemetery, to a grave. And the spirit of man, my soul that deals with spiritual issues, is going back to the Creator, who has prepared a heaven for some and a hell for others. Yeah, he did all that before he ever said, "Let there be light." So, let me continue reading for my time is up. Jesus, the Christ of Nazareth, is the founder of Christianity, the Christian church, and the gospel of Christ. He's the founder. He's the head and he's the body. As the founder of Christianity, Jesus, as the head and as the body and the church, is only for people who make a good confession in believing and trusting in Him. Because there are some benefits to making this decision to trust Him, to believe in Him, to trust Him. That includes what He says that we can do and what He says that we can't do. Because if you believe what He say that we can do, and you don't do what He say, and you do what He say that we can't do, they could wipe each other out. Anyone who believes in the gospel, the good news of Jesus Christ, is not judged by God as worthy of death, eternal separation from Him. That's what's at stake. Anyone, anywhere, anytime, any place, who believes in the gospel, the good news of Christ, it says, he who believes in Jesus and the one who sent him. So you cannot separate belief in Jesus from belief in God. If you believe in God and you don't believe in Jesus, it invalidates your testimony. If you believe in Jesus and don't believe in this same Jesus as God, it invalidates your testimony. In the Old Testament, if there were 147 million things that you were not supposed to do, and you didn't do 146,999,000, but you did just one of them, you broke all of them. And likewise, you have to believe the way God say you ought to believe about Jesus and what you ought to believe about Jesus, because your eternal destiny hinges on what you believe. By grace through faith are ye saved, or ye are saved. Now, I'm reading what I'm reading here is out of John chapter 3, verses 18, which says that he who believes is not condemned, but he who believes not, who has been judged already. In other words, you never got pardoned. Even though he died for your sin, you never took advantage of him, because in this post-resurrection salvation, there's a new requirement that has nothing to do with Old Testament sin of morality and virtue. Absolutely nothing. He who believes. What do you believe about Jesus is a $64,000 question, or the $10 million question. He who does not believe in him has been judged already, was born condemned to hell, because he has not believed in the name of the only begotten Son of God. I wish I could get the unsaved and the people of other religions and no religions to understand that it is not what you do that sends you to hell, the lake of fire, or that makes you unacceptable to God. You can't, if you're unsaved, you can't do anything to make yourself unacceptable to God. You are unacceptable. What you're trying to do is to do something to make yourself acceptable. And if you don't do something to make yourself acceptable to God according to the New Testament, according to the New Testament, the Judeo-Christian New Testament,